A new statement says the Pope remains in critical condition at the hospital.
The world watches with bated breath as the fate of one of the most influential spiritual leaders hangs in the balance. Pope Francis, the leader of 1.3 billion Catholics, is facing a grave health crisis. His presence has been a beacon of hope and compassion for many, and his current condition has left a void in the hearts of the faithful. Hospitalized since February 14, 2025, at Rome's Gemelli Hospital, the 88-year-old pontiff's condition has fluctuated, sparking concern and speculation across the globe. The hospital, known for treating high-profile patients, has become the center of attention as the world awaits updates. This is not the first time Francis's health has faltered. Over the years, he has faced numerous health challenges, each time emerging with resilience and determination. His age and history of medical issues, including chronic lung problems and a partially removed lung from his youth, have cast a long shadow over his papacy. Despite these challenges, he has continued to lead with unwavering faith and dedication. The recent hospitalization, however, has been particularly worrying. The severity of his condition has led to an outpouring of concern from both the Catholic community and the global public. Reports from reputable news sources like Newsweek and Forbes paint a concerning picture. The detailed accounts of his medical procedures and the gravity of his condition have only added to the anxiety. Bilateral pneumonia, the need for non-invasive ventilation, and 2 bronchoscopies to clear his airways all point to a serious medical event. These procedures, while necessary, highlight the critical nature of his health. Whispers of critical episodes and doctors considering end-of-life care, as reported by Forbes and the Daily Beast, have only heightened anxieties. The possibility of losing such a pivotal figure is a daunting thought for many. While recent updates offer a glimmer of hope, the Pope is no longer on mechanical ventilation and is showing improvement in motor and respiratory functions. The situation remains precarious. The medical team remains vigilant, monitoring his progress closely. A planned Sunday greeting from his hospital window, his first public appearance since the hospitalization, will be watched closely for signs of his recovery. This moment is anticipated with a mix of hope and apprehension. The world holds its breath, praying for the recovery of the beloved pontiff, while bracing itself for the possibility of a world without Pope Francis. His influence and legacy have touched countless lives, and his potential absence is a sobering reality that many are struggling to come to terms with. Official statements from the Vatican have been measured, carefully balancing transparency with the need to avoid unnecessary alarm. The Vatican has always been a place of mystery and reverence, and the health of the Pope is a matter of global concern. Details about the Pope's treatment and prognosis have been released in stages, reflecting the delicate nature of his condition. Each update is scrutinized by the faithful and the media alike, often through carefully worded bulletins from the Holy See press office. These bulletins are crafted to provide enough information to keep the public informed, yet they are cautious not to incite panic or speculation. The information, while reassuring in its consistency, also reveals the gravity of the situation. The Pope's health is not just a personal matter, it has profound implications for the Catholic Church and its followers worldwide. The initial diagnosis of bilateral pneumonia, a serious lung infection, was a significant concern. Pneumonia can be particularly dangerous for older adults, and the Pope's age and pre-existing conditions made his case more complicated. This was followed by news of respiratory difficulties requiring non-invasive ventilation. Non-invasive ventilation is often used to support patients who are struggling to breathe on their own, and it indicated that the Pope's condition was serious. This was later upgraded to high-flow oxygen therapy, indicating a worsening of his condition. High-flow oxygen therapy is a more intensive treatment, suggesting that the Pope's respiratory issues were not improving as hoped. The 2 bronchoscopies, procedures to clear mucus from the airways, were necessary to help the Pope breathe more easily. These procedures are not without risk, especially for someone in a fragile state of health. Further underscore the seriousness of the Pope's lung issues. The need for such interventions highlights the challenges the medical team faces in managing his condition. Adding to the concern is the revelation that the Pope experienced 2 critical episodes during his hospitalization, moments where his life hung precariously in the balance. These episodes were turning points where the outcome was uncertain. moments where his life hung precariously in the balance. The gravity of these episodes cannot be overstated, as they were times when the Pope's survival was in question. The news, reported by Forbes, citing anonymous sources close to the Pope's medical team, sent shockwaves through the Catholic world. The faithful were left in a state of anxiety, praying for the Pope's recovery, sent shockwaves through the Catholic world. The Pope is not just a religious leader, he is a symbol of hope and faith for millions. The news of his critical condition was a blow to many. While the Vatican has not officially confirmed these episodes, the silence speaks volumes. The lack of denial or confirmation leaves room for speculation and concern. Despite the challenges, recent reports suggest a fragile improvement. The Pope's medical team has been working tirelessly to stabilize his condition, and their efforts are beginning to show results. The Pope is breathing on his own, no longer requiring mechanical ventilation, which is a significant milestone in his recovery. This development has brought a sense of cautious optimism, and his motor and respiratory functions are said to be improving. Physical therapy and respiratory exercises are now part of his daily routine, aimed at strengthening his body and lungs. However, his voice remains weak due to the oxygen therapy, a reminder of the severity of his illness. Speaking is still a challenge, and it will take time for his vocal strength to return, and he faces a long road to recovery. The journey ahead is filled with uncertainties, but the Pope's resilience and the support of his medical team offer hope for a full recovery. The Catholic Church, for all its grandeur and tradition, is no stranger to the fragility of human life. The Papacy, an institution that has stood the test of time for over 2 millennia, has seen its fair share of trials and tribulations. From the early days of the Church, when popes were often martyred for their faith, to the modern era where the challenges are more about health and governance, the role of the Pope has always been one of immense responsibility and vulnerability. Throughout its long history, the Papacy has witnessed periods of illness, incapacity, and death of its leaders. These moments of transition are not just times of sorrow, but also of reflection and renewal for the Church. Each Pope, with his unique vision and leadership style, leaves an indelible mark on the Church's history, and their passing often signifies the end of an era and the beginning of another. Each instance, etched in the annals of the Church, offers a glimpse into the intricate dance between faith, power, and mortality. The Church's archives are filled with stories of popes who have faced immense challenges, both from within and outside the Church. These stories serve as a testament to the resilience and enduring spirit of the Papacy, even in the face of adversity. One striking example is the illness and eventual death of Pope John Paul II in 2005. His papacy, which lasted over 26 years, was marked by significant contributions to the Church and the world. However, his final years were overshadowed by his battle with Parkinson's disease, a condition that gradually took away his physical abilities but never his spirit. The world watched as the once vigorous pontiff succumbed to Parkinson's disease, his health deteriorating over years. His public appearances became less frequent, and when he did appear, it was evident that he was in great pain. Yet his determination to continue his duties as the spiritual leader of over 1 billion Catholics was unwavering. His struggle was a poignant reminder of the human condition, even for someone in such a revered position. His very public struggle with his illness brought the mortality of even the highest religious office into sharp focus. It was a humbling experience for many, seeing the Pope, who was once a symbol of strength and vitality, now frail and dependent on others. Yet it also highlighted his unwavering faith and commitment to his role, serving as an inspiration to many. Another notable case is that of Pope Pius XIV, who in the 1950s suffered a series of debilitating illnesses that left him incapacitated for months. His health issues were a closely guarded secret, and the lack of transparency led to much speculation and uncertainty within the Church. This period highlighted the need for clear protocols and communication regarding the health of the Pope. The lack of clear succession protocols at the time led to uncertainty and speculation, highlighting the need for transparent procedures in the event of papal infirmity. This was a lesson that the Church took to heart, leading to the development of more structured and transparent processes for handling such situations in the future. These historical precedents underscore the significance of Pope Francis's current health crisis. As the world watches, there is a sense of déjà vu, recalling the challenges faced by his predecessors. Pope Francis, known for his humility and progressive views, has brought a new energy to the papacy, but his recent health issues have raised concerns about the future. They serve as stark reminders that even the most revered figures are not immune to the frailties of the human condition. The Church, with its long history, has always found ways to navigate these challenges, drawing strength from its faith and the support of its followers. The current situation with Pope Francis is no different, and the Church remains hopeful and prayerful for his recovery. The Church, accustomed to navigating the ebb and flow of history, finds itself once again at a crossroads, awaiting the outcome of this latest papal health scare. As always, the faithful look to the future with hope, trusting in the resilience of the Church and the guidance of the Holy Spirit to lead them through these uncertain times. The Vatican, an institution steeped in tradition, faces a delicate balancing act. On one hand, there is the need for transparency, to keep the world informed about the health of its spiritual leader. On the other hand, there's the deeply ingrained culture of privacy surrounding papal health matters. This delicate dance is evident in the Vatican's handling of Pope Francis's current health crisis. Official statements have been carefully calibrated, offering enough information to quell rampant speculation without divulging details deemed too private. The Holy See Press Office has become the primary conduit for updates, releasing carefully worded bulletins that strike a balance between reassurance and realism. However, this approach has not been without its critics. Some argue that the Vatican's inherent secrecy breeds distrust and feeds conspiracy theories. They point to the lack of clarity surrounding the Pope's critical episodes as an example of the dangers of excessive discretion. Adding to the complexity is the media's relentless pursuit of information. Reporters, eager for any scrap of news, have camped outside Gemelli Hospital, their cameras trained on the building where the Pope is being treated. The Vatican's every move, every statement is scrutinized for hidden meanings, fueling a constant cycle of speculation and conjecture. Please subscribe to our channel History Documentary Hub for more insightful videos and intriguing content.